a very rainy, stormy day here in Chesham, but the good news is we're 11th in the Premier League. We're on a 5-game unbeaten streak. However, we've got Tottenham and Chelsea coming up, so expect 2 big defeats live today. Welcome back to episode number 68 of Taskmaster FC. We're trying to get this team to the Premier League and beyond we have gone. That is beyond my expectations after a couple of drillings for the first couple games of the season. We went on a really nice run here in the Premier League and in the Carabao Cup. We just got back from our fall break, international break, whatever you want to call it, and so far things have been going quite well. We've got a couple of Premier League wins here, a couple of draws, some nice friendly victories that are here, and we're alive in the Carabao Cup, including a 2-2 penalty shootout victory over Liverpool, which turned out to be quite the game, so pretty excited about that. I went ahead and changed the formation back to what it was originally, so if you saw the last episode, we lost against Fulham, and I was not too terribly pleased about that, but then we ended up changing the format against... We changed our formation to take on Arsenal, and it did not go very well. So I decided to go back to the 4-3-2-1, and would you know it, win against Burnley, Queen's Park Rangers, Hull City, and then, again, fairly good run of form. We are away against Chelsea and at home against Tottenham, and so the expectations are, well, let's be honest, quite low. Speaking of low expectations, the Premier League for us looks to have pretty low expectations of us, as we are currently... dead last. Oh, that has changed. Burnley is now dead last. We are tied for anywhere between 16th and 19th with Hull City, Luton Town, Reading, and us. So that's pretty exciting that we're kind of making progress and working our way up towards I say top of the Premier League. It's just not the bottom of the Premier League. I look at the key players. We don't have the bottom 2 key players anymore. We're kind of moving our way up here. We did have a couple of signings. If we actually go to our transfer history here, so we brought in one deadline signing, I should say. We brought in James Acaster for £2.4 million. Very, very good signing. Young Swedish right back here, 4-star current ability. I mean, if any expectations of this player are met, they will be superb. Very good physical attributes. Don't really like the height, but can grow into it, and lots of room to grow. So we've really got a good, solid team of youngsters. If we actually take a look at the squad here, the age of most of these players is very, very young. So lots of room to grow into these players so far this season, including some of our top players, which are 19, 21. Bob Mortimer has been with the club for a long time. Surprised he's not on the favored personnel list at this point in time. But we got some players that are pushing 70, 80 million pounds. So that's very, very exciting considering where we started last season. In addition to that, we go ahead and look at the Premier League here. We do have the second leading scorer. Sarah Milliken's been absolutely fantastic for us. A very good signing from Denmark here. Already worth 79 million pounds, 4-star current ability. Just need to get that finishing up a little bit and maybe some of those physical attributes, and this will be an absolutely world-class striker. 7 goals and 7 appearances. Cannot complain with that whatsoever. One of our other signings that we brought in, the other Sarah Kendall, also doing quite well. 2 appearances, 3 goals. Not quite as prolific up front, but still quite a valuable signing and will be very, very important for us moving forward. So we've got, again, quite a young squad here to move forward with our game against Chelsea. We're going to move to the tactical meeting here. I'll go ahead and get the opposition instructions that are on here and get to that team selection. And I think this is what was recommended to me. James Acaster, not a good game last game, but regardless, we are going to have Doc Brown in goal. Defensively, we're looking at Hugh Dennis, Damali Maddox, Babatunde Aleshe, and James Acaster. Paul Chowdhury and Guy Montgomery in the midfield. Ann Edmonds, Bob Mortimer, and Mark Watson are our attacking trio with Sarah Milliken up top. And we've got quite an extensive bench that's here as well. So should be quite... God, should I get Aleshe out here? I mean, we've got so many better players, and I don't understand why we're just not playing them. Is that what I need to... Ed Gamble was not happy with how I've been playing him lately. He's upset because I'm not playing him as a... Goodness, I can't remember what it is. No nonsense center back. So I need to be playing him as a no-sense center back stopper. There we go. And then this person needs to be... whatever they want to be. I don't really care. These all probably make a difference in some way, shape, or form. I just haven't quite figured it out yet. I just want to get the most stars I possibly can. Again, probably not the best way to go about this. Ooh, Mel Bracewell can play in that position. That's a good idea. Mel Bracewell's a defender, can play central midfield. Mel Bracewell, yeah, absolutely can play central midfield. One of our better midfielders as that shows. So, okay, we're good here. We're going to go in with the balanced mentality. We've done that the past couple games and have been successful. We usually go with a positive mentality, but again, just Premier League opposition is just too good for us at this point in time. So, fingers crossed, we've got everything we need here. I've made a little more defensive substitution here for Hugh Dennis, just really making him into a fullback. I'm actually going to change that maybe to support, so that way he's not absolutely going nuts. Man, do I want both of them to be a stopper? I don't know. Gosh, there's just so many options that are here. I want a stopper, but I also want a defender as well. So, all right, we'll do that. Gives us a little bit of variety. Spice of life, right? Fingers crossed we don't get blown out 7-1. Probably will, but yeah, that's what you're here for. You're not here to watch me win. You're here to watch me lose and pull my hair out and pretend I never even started this YouTube channel. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and start this game up, and fingers crossed we can get something going today. Oh, we can exact our revenge. That gets people fired up. Look at all of the composed turning into make me proud. Let's go to the tunnel. And yeah, we've had positive atmosphere. We're confident, and we're going to get a result today. I'm confident we're going to get a result today, even though we are away at Stamford Bridge, taking on one of our bogey teams. A team that, interestingly enough, is actually, I believe, below us in the Premier League. They started out with 5 straight losses. 2 wins have brought them a little bit further up the table, but Chelsea, not themselves. They are on a 2-game win streak, and they are probably hungry for some points. So fingers crossed we can actually do something today and maybe, hopefully, get a victory today. Right now we start off with a highlight for Chelsea. And I said they've just not been in good form lately, but when the highlight starts off with a highlight, you wonder if you've made the right decisions in terms of the personnel going forward, and the answer is a resounding no. Ooh, off the post. Okay, again, exactly how you want to start the game with a very, very high scoring opportunity that just manages to shank itself off the post. Chelsea now at the corner, and Doc Brown gets a hold of that. Just fantastic. Doc Brown's been pretty good for us so far. I mean, obviously we do not have the best defense by any stretch of the imagination, but Doc Brown holding in goal has done a really good job here. Mark Watson doing a great job just tearing down the field. Can we turn this into an opportunity? Looks like it's off the post here. And a weird bounce. Ends up on the foot of Ann Edmonds, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Chelsea. 1-0 Chesham. Sorry, Chelsea, Chesham, whatever. They're actually fairly close to each other. But if we take a look here, Mark Watson on the right-hand side really doing all the legwork. Kind of goes off of the crossbar. Surprisingly stays in, and Sarah Milliken just kind of heads the ball to Ann Edmonds, who just powers it into the back of the net. And a fantastic start to this game as we are up 1-0 over Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. That is a absolutely fantastic way to start this game. Do I intend for it to last this long? Who knows? Maybe we can get a lucky result here. We just need to be solid defensively, but also be lucky at the same time. A little bit of everything needs to go our way to win these games against teams that we know are better than us, more established than us, and let's face it, just have better personnel. It's very difficult to play in the Premier League, as we are very quickly finding out. Bracewell now over to Mark Watson, who did everything on the last goal. Tries to get the ball forward, but unfortunately, Chelsea defender ends up getting in the way, and they end up on the counter-attack here. And very, very smooth transition for Chelsea into the box, off the post. That's twice there. Chelsea are going to feel hard done already 15 minutes into the first half with 2 opportunities that end up off the post. We still have a 1-0 lead here. Hugh Dennis with the throw-in, and Edmonds crosses the ball into the box. It's cleared out. Agcaster gets the ball to Guy Montgomery. Back to Bracewell. Can't find anybody, and now Chelsea begin to counterattack very quickly. Get the ball down into the zone. It ends up getting deflected. I don't know what that was from James Acaster, who tries to clear the ball, but it goes directly into the front of the net. A very, very poor effort by James Acaster, and it leads to a very easy Chelsea goal. You got to be a little bit disappointed in what James Acaster has done there. I mean, just get the ball out. Why are you? I mean, could not be a worse. I can't imagine a worse kick to that ball. And, when you're playing against a team like Chelsea, you've really got to be zoned and locked in, and that is not something that we've done so far. As you can very clearly see, and there's a penalty immediately. And, Ooh, it's very windy. Sorry. 2 incredibly poor decisions have led us to being down 2-1. A very poor effort by James Acaster and a very stupid penalty. And I think it deserves a beration from the team. They're playing very, very poorly today. We're actually going to make some substitutions there. I mean, look at James Acaster on a 6.1. I cannot have a 6.1 on the field and expect anything from them. So we're going to get that taken care of right away. And he'll get a talking to for sure, because that is a performance that has led us to being down. And I Like I said, I wish I had solutions for some of these games here where I know we're going to get beat, but we can't compete, and we make stupid mistakes, and stupid mistakes are what allow them to get into the game here. If we played better, common sense, we played better, we'd win the game. Good ball there. Is Mark Watson onside? That's the question that needs to be asked there. And I don't know if he was. It's very close. If not, it was a fantastic run by Mark Watson, and fingers crossed it counts. Yes, it does. It's 2-2. And you got to applaud the effort here. Good job by Ann Edmonds again. Dribbling through. Guy Montgomery, great vision to get it to Mark Watson. Very well-timed run. It's 2-2. And you absolutely have to love seeing stuff like that from the Chesham United team. A lot of times when we've gotten down and we've been kind of out of games, we've kind of collapsed on ourselves and not knowing what we need to do to win games. And again, very poor defensively. Can't let those opportunities go. And we'll be making another substitution here because I just don't know what to do defensively here because we have done nothing. We've done nothing to prevent Chelsea from scoring easy goals, and that type of thing's gonna bite us in the butt every single time. Defensively, we're poor, and I think that's something that needs to be addressed, and it may not necessarily be able to be addressed this season. It's clear we can score goals, but we can't prevent them from going to the back of the net, and very poor from our defense. And I'll be honest, I'm going to let them know that. So we go to the second half here, down 3-2. Fingers crossed we can get a little something going here, but again, Chelsea, just a very, very dominant team here, and we just haven't had a whole lot to show defensively for today. And again, right straight through the defense. And if that counts, I mean, that is another poor effort defensively. I mean, straight through the defense. Nobody's marking him. And just walks right through. Who is that? So they're going to get substituted straight off. You've noticed you've been struggling to meet the pace of the match. I mean, at this point, I'll take anybody that might be able to get us back into this game. Because right now, we have done absolutely nothing defensively to try to stop this Chelsea team. And that's what we've been doing against good teams. The goals have just poured in. And, I mean, you look at the XG, it's not good. So I don't know what we need to do defensively to be better. I'm berating the entire team. The team doesn't seem to be interested in playing. And go for a more positive mentality, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that will keep them from coming towards us or at us by keeping a little bit more possession. But in the grand scheme of things, allowing 4 goals in a game is not going to get us to win very many games this season. And we're going to end our streak here. It's okay. I didn't expect to do super well against Chelsea. Jack D with the corner now. Can we get anything on this? Ball ends up coming back to Jack D to Mel Bracewell. Ball gets immediately taken off of Bracewell. Bracewell gets the ball back, but gets dispossessed. We do manage to get the ball back here. Morgana Robinson to Doc Brown. Our goalkeeper, Hugh Dennis, works it to Jack D. Back to Mel Bracewell. Again, no penetration here. No real movement from the Chesham United squad. Just kind of being kind of a little lackadaisical. Again, you don't see much movement going forward. Morgana Robinson to Mark Watson. Guy Montgomery gets into the box here. Gets it forward. A very weird bounce off of the Chelsea defender. Ends up off the post. A consolidation goal here would be lovely, but it looks like we're gonna take the loss today against Chelsea. They're gonna be on a 3-game win streak here, and it was a very poor defensive performance from us today. I don't know why we'd say do yourselves proud. I mean, defensive work was terrible. All of our defenders were absolutely awful. What happened out there today? We didn't do the things well. Negative full advantage game in hand. You want to win every match. It wasn't an unusual decision. We needed to change. Blew right through our defense and did absolutely nothing. And you can't play like that and expect to win games. So, that being said, not a good game for us. We'll kind of have to wait and see what we can do to make some changes, and we'll come back for the Tottenham Hotspur game here in just a couple moments.
So for some significant delegation.
thinking. I guess maybe that's the better word. So significant thinking, I made a couple of changes to just some of the roles that we have here in the defensive back line, and fingers crossed that helps us out just a little bit. I don't know. God, high defensive line, do I really like that? I don't know. Oh, boy. Just options. Options and choices. Do I want that to be down low, mid, standard? I guess standard. We'll just go standard. If we need to make changes, we can. But my goodness, just defensively, I'm just disappointed in our performance so far. So I made a couple changes in the back, and hopefully this will make things a little bit better. So we've got Doc Brown in goal, Hugh Dennis, Jamali Maddox, Ed Gamble, James Acaster. They're going to front, no pun intended, our back line. Because Conor Guy Montgomery are center midfielders. We're going to have a midfield three of Jack D, Bob Mortimer, and Mark Watson, and Sarah Milliken up top. And fingers crossed we can get some goals today. We got quite an extensive bench here. Again, we're playing Tottenham. I mean, what real chance do we have other than just getting thumped? But we'll see what happens. Hey, let's enact some revenge. Ooh, people want revenge. Revenge is always a dish served with a bit of Football Manager. That's how that phrase goes. We're at home. We're playing balanced. Let's just kind of, fingers crossed, just kind of see what happens. I mean, again, expectations are always low when you go into games like this, but you never know when you might pop off a good game and get a victory or even a draw, just something that is different than the normal losses that we end up taking. I mean, 20 minutes in, we haven't really blown it yet, so that's always a good sign. We do have a highlight here. It actually looks like we might be the ones with the opportunity here as we get the ball moving forward. Love to see that. Mark Watson's been really good for us lately, creating lots of opportunities. Mortimer off the post. Oof. So close. A good opportunity, and you got to hand it to Mark Watson, who has just been absolutely fantastic over the last game or so, really creating lots of opportunities here. Let's see if Mark Watson can do it again. Ball into the box. Can somebody get a head on it? They cannot. But Jack D, oh, good save by the Tottenham keeper. And again, Mark Watson really bringing it today. You got to love the attitude that Mark Watson's bringing. Really, again, good opportunity into the box. Just unfortunately did not connect with anybody. Now Tottenham now breaking out on the counterattack. Good job by Hugh Dennis to prevent that counterattack from really going anywhere. And you got to say, 30 minutes in, this hasn't been terrible. Maybe some of the changes I've made have actually been positive changes. Maybe I actually know what I'm doing. Watson again. Ed Gamble just over the top of the net. A goal kick for Tottenham. And again, just looking at the opportunities that we've created so far, you've got to hand it to us. We've done much better. And maybe that's the fact that we're playing from home. I really don't know. But it's been a much better effort so far today. And I'll let the players know that. You know, hey, keep working hard. Keep working hard. Good things will happen if we keep doing what we're doing. We're doing well defensively. We're not allowing lots of opportunities. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're going to add Edmonds on because Jack D is on a yellow card. We do not need to go down to 10 men. So let's go and start the second half. And fingers crossed we can continue the efforts we've started in the first half. But it looks like Tottenham here with the corner. It is cleared quite easily, but we're not going to get on the end of it. Tottenham now just doing what, Tottenham are pretty close to be the top of the league. James Acaster with a good interception there. Mark Watson, good job. Just nice and easy working the ball out. And Edmonds with the good opportunity there. But unfortunately, the ball lands back on the feet of the Hotspur player. And Tottenham just kind of working the ball in and out and looking to break here. So we kind of out of possession. He had to have been offside. A good opportunity wasted by Tottenham. But again, we'll be happy with a good opportunity wasted. That is perfectly fine with me. Tottenham now again with the opportunities here in the second half. It makes you wonder if they've made a couple of changes to maybe counteract what we've been doing in the first half. I do like what I've seen from our players so far. Gus Kahn to Mortimer. Back to Doc Brown. Nice and easy. Work the ball forward. Jamali Maddox to Guy Montgomery. Be smart with the ball here. Jamali Maddox back to Doc Brown to Ed Gamble. They are really pressuring. And that is exactly what we did not want, and that's a goal. I mean, it's just common sense soccer. Seriously. Common sense. Of course it's awarded. Because Doc Brown here gets the ball to Ed Gamble, and Ed Gamble does something stupid and hits an offensive player. And of course he's onside. And terrible defending again. Just a very poor effort on our part. Silly mistakes. And I can't stress that enough. It's just silly mistakes. We can play well. We've shown we've played well. Sarah Milliken here needs to score there. I mean, really needs to be doing better. We got to make some substitutions here. Sarah Kendall's going to come on, and fingers crossed Sarah Kendall can make a difference here. Mark Watson, I'm going to keep Mark Watson on because he's, despite the 6.4 performance, has played quite well today. Babatunde Alessi on for Jack D. We'll confirm those subs, and fingers crossed we can do something here. I'm going to wait about another 5 or 6 minutes, and then we're going to go offensive here. We're going to go positive and hope that we can get some opportunities here. Let's encourage the team. And I'd like to see smiles on faces, but if it doesn't lead to goals, then what are we doing here? 10 minutes left to play in this half, and again, nothing really doing from this team. Get Mel Bracewell on, and like I said, you got to be frustrated with the fact that it was just a mistake. It's a mistake that led to that goal, and mistakes kill you in the Premier League because if you can't crawl back, if you don't have the ability to score goals at will, and we're not quite there yet, a loss today is kind of devastating when we've, in all honesty, in my opinion, have been the better team other than that one opportunity. And you got to be disappointed. But we'll take the punches and smile and work through adversity. It's frustrating. We kind of frustrated ourselves. Poor performance today, but fingers crossed we can do something a little bit better next time. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, well, you enjoy watching me lose, which is fine. But like, subscribe if you want to see more. And hopefully we can get this team to win some games. And more importantly, win some games on camera because it's kind of embarrassing. But it is what it is. And hopefully we'll see you very, very soon. Bye, everybody.